Hey everybody, this is Priscilla Hidalgo with Healthy Mama's Lifestyle. Hey everybody, this is Priscilla with Healthy Mama's Lifestyle. I hope you're having a great Wednesday, Wisdom Day, and I sure am. I thank God for everything He's done in my life. He is so good. I'm blessed. Today, I just want to bring a few thoughts about forgiveness. And if anybody knows the story about Joseph, he really had to do a lot of forgiving of what his brothers did to him. And the story that is found in Genesis 50, verses 15 to 21, I'm going to read it to you right now. It says, "After the funeral, Joseph's brothers talked among themselves. What if Joseph is carrying a grudge and decides to pay us back for all the wrong we did him? So they sent Joseph a message. Before his death, your father gave this command. Tell Joseph, forgive your brother's sin, all that wrongdoing. They did treat you very badly. Will you do it? Will you forgive the sins of the servants of your father's God?" When Joseph received their message, he wept. Then the brothers went in person to him, threw themselves on the ground before him, and said, "We'll be your slaves." Joseph replied, "Don't be afraid. Do I act for God? Don't you see? You planned evil against me, but God used those same plans for my good. As you see all around you right now, life for many people. Easy now. You have nothing to fear. I'll take care of you and your children." He reassured them, speaking with them heart to heart. Now, the story of Joseph is basically his brothers betrayed him and sold him into slavery. They were jealous of him and his dreams that God gave him and stuff, so they resented him. Well, it basically caught up with them in the end, because in the end Joseph was a great mighty man and in the kingdom, and there was a famine and they needed food and they had to go to him. And basically in the end, Joseph forgave his brothers. Obviously he didn't have to, but he did, because he has the love of God in him, and he chose to forgive them rather than hate them. And he understood that what they did that was meant for evil turned out to be good. Now, if you have a situation in your life where someone did you wrong, whether it be your husband, your wife, your family, your friends, your church, your job, whatever it is, you can find forgiveness in them if you turn to God. You got to turn to God to help you to find forgiveness, because you don't want to carry around a grudge all your life. It doesn't feel pretty to always have to hate people and not trust people and just be bitter, because that bitterness opens other doors up to have multiple stuff wrong with you. And in my opinion, I'd rather forgive. I mean, there's times that I didn't even do anything wrong. I mean, whatever happened and that person did it to me or whatever. And a lot of times I'm like, I ain't going to forgive you. I ain't going to go up to you and say I'm sorry, because you're the one that did that. But then God's like, you know what? I want you to be the better person and turn the other cheek. I want you to go straight to them, and I want you to apologize, and I want you to make it right, because it's not worth it to go to hell for not forgiving your brother or sister or whoever it is. And sometimes they might, so it's better to forgive even if they don't forgive you back. Sometimes they will forgive you and they'll be like, I'm sorry, and you'll get a hug, and or if it's your husband or wife, you'll get a kiss and it'll be all over. But then there's times that you won't get that. But it's still better to forgive them, because you don't have to live with that in your heart. You can live with peace knowing that you made things right. And a rule of thumb that I usually do is, if something's going on, especially if it's in my marriage, if something's going on, like me and my husband had a disagreement, I always make sure to make things right before the sun goes down. I never want to go to bed knowing that me and my husband have been fighting. I always make it right, and I believe this is why me and my husband do have a strong marriage, because he does the exact same thing. We go cool off whatever it is, argument that we have, then we come back and we're like, we're sorry, I love you, I didn't mean that. And then we hug and kiss and we go to bed and we wake up and we're happy. And I really, really believe this is the number one reason why me and my husband have an amazing, amazing marriage. And we also have amazing relationships with our friends as well. I mean, I've had to ask forgiveness from my friends many times, and thankfully they have forgiven me for the most part. But just, ask God to help you if you struggle in this area. Trust me, you will be blessed by forgiving people. You won't have all this bitterness inside your heart. So just apply this and, study this word and that I've given you and meditate on it. And I hope it's been an encouragement to you. And you guys stay blessed and have a great day. God bless.